What's going on, y'all? Merry Christmas, above all else. Another year, man. Another year. That's all I can say. You really can't see, well, there it is. There's a Christmas tree right there. Our humble little Christmas tree that we have. And what can I say, though? This year has been a lot of things to a lot of people, though. To the fam, it's been another one of those years where it can be tumultuous because, we're so divided. But then again, at the same time, there's, people like myself, who focus on, the positive parts, of our community as well. This year's been challenging, for a lot of reasons because every last one of us out there, have, our own little stories that we got to tell. You know, to me, I think a lot of the fam, like myself, think that you're only as good as the next story that you tell. And maybe that's true. Maybe that is. I'm not quite sure. You know, if there's anything that I want to leave 2019 knowing is that I tried, to do something in this community to make a difference. Not to touch on, anything, that I did a couple months back though, but especially, pulling support and doing what I thought was right. You know, a lot of people out there, try to do the best they can to stick to their guns and try to do what's right for themselves, but most importantly, forget that doing things right for themselves can always end up, making others look different upon you. And to me, what I gather, from this year is that the pot of positivity was named this year. It was a name that I came up with because the pot of positivity is Juggle 972, and Juggle 972 is this hub, not this person, operating it, because that is my name and that is, the hub that I call the pot of positivity. But it's this hub where we all come together, where we all come, whether it be a live stream, be a community, and support each other during rough times. Be there, for the good times or in the bad, though, because let's face it, every story of rock and roll, has good times and bad. Well, for us, so, we've had, a lot of bad times in a lot of ways, not just, in the music world, though, that we support, though, but also most recently, within our community. And the one thing that I've noticed about, what's been going on lately is a lot of people more focused on the bad times and all that. And whatever bad times bring you, bad times and hard times in general are supposed to breed better men and women. And you know what? Old school juggalos in general, though, who've been through, been through the hard times with the rest of the fam, we know how to get through shit like that. And it seems to irk everybody too. So I think my theme for 2020 is not just be good to each other, but be good to each other even through the good times and bad. And 2020 is the start of a new decade, the start of the 20s in general. Because let's face it, 100 years ago it was 1920, and it's now going to be 2020. And in a lot of ways, some things that are old are all new again, even if it is values. So why don't we just do what we can to, be there for each other for the good times and the bad, because sometimes, in this community, all we have are each other. It's just like how Abe Sapien says on Hellboy, amongst us freaks, all we have are each other. So 2020, be there for each other for the good times, in the good times and the bad. And that's the pot of positivity's theme for 2020. Be there for each other through the good times and the bad. And believe you me, there's going to be plenty of good times as well. For me, it'll be marriage. To some of us, it's maybe going to college, learning something new, learning a trade, and I don't know, maybe buying a house. Who knows? Who knows what, your your good times and your bad times will come with, because bad times come with anything. And I'll tell you right now, 2019, was hard too. Bad times for me, honestly, real talk, hard times for me this year had to be sticking to my guns and being upon the opposition, but at the same time trying to remain neutral and even giving good advice in the process too. May sound hypocritical, but let's just say that sometimes being upon the opposition can also, you learn a little bit more about yourself when you go against somebody. So the way I see it, regardless of who's good or bad, when you're being good to each other helps you get through the hard times too, and that's what creates good times. So from me to you, from Juggler972, Merry Christmas, much love, peace, God bless, be good to each other, and be there for each other during the good times and the bad. Peace.